Right, hello. Today I'm going to be casting I Am Cologne 2025. This is the opening match, Astralis versus Bait, and today once again I'm going to be casting an entire series. So it's not going to be random map. This is going to be the entire series of Astralis versus Bait. So yeah, we'll see how this will go for the cast. And first I'm casting Cologne, which will be fun as well. So we'll see how it is. Only issue is I'm gonna have my food shop delivered soon, so you might hear me like cut out at some point where I need to just go and sort out the shop. So it should be fine. But yeah. Now, what I quite like about this match is it's a bit of a rematch, really. If those of you who don't remember, there's the Astralis versus Bait qualifier to make it to the major, and let's just say there's a team here that made it and one that didn't, quite infamously at that. So it's quite nice to see this rematch happen, and if Astralis can essentially redeem themselves from the embarrassment of that match, really. Remember the 1v3, Alex 666 going into the clutch to win and take the spot in the major, so we'll have to see if Astralis can set themselves up for a good spot in the second stage of Cologne instead. So seeing how this match goes, right now we're seeing them push out towards A with the bomb. Currently three of them. This is quite a stacked site. Three players here. Yabby gets a double on the back of that. Jesus Christ, gets a triple. Quick opening up, making the pistol round look easy. So Astralis, yeah, good start for them. Finding themselves on that first one. Yabby getting a nice triple, I'll say. From the sandwich, that's a pretty good one. And with this new update of the economy from CTs becoming a whole lot nicer, a whole lot more forgiving. 5T's dead, that's an extra 250 per player. So rather than seeing MP9s and some util, we get to see beautiful M4s. And on the back of that, we find Bait also with a lack of a plant in that round and a lack of, I think, any kills at all. I think there might have been even 5 alive in that. So they've opted for the full save, which is exactly what you'd expect, exactly what you should do in this scenario, where the plant can't give you that bonus for each player, whereas if they had got the plant, then this would have been a whole different conversation. So just testing the waters at the moment, trying to see if they can find an overstep, find an entry onto the site. Maybe if Hooksy were to overstep a little bit, get given a chance, but gonna retry towards tunnels. Oh, that's a good dink on the stair though. Makes him reconsider his options and force him back for a little bit longer, but same can be said for Head Trick, as he gets dinked too, so now going back, just seeing where you can find, and this will be a tough round to crack open. You going against pure rifles, and device, it's down. Good to get a couple. MPL just trying to bait Hooksy into keeping his eye on him for the minute. Also gets taken down, so this round looks like it's flying away from them. Double dink onto Gabby through quite far away, but stay here to support, finds the bomb, and that is 5 alive for Astralis, not dropping a single person against the puny Glocks of Bait. But now, what this does mean is we get to see some rifle action early. Bait going in for the full reinvestment, but of course Astralis in a pretty good situation with this. Even if you lose this round, quite easily can go into a full buy into the next. Make it even better if you can get a couple of kills, get a couple of bonuses for the rest of your team as well. It makes it way easier. It makes it just that little bit harder for Bait. Still, it just looks like they're waiting for an overstep. They've gone top mid control, but it's not a whole lot when you're scared to peek into anything. But MPL finally able to back up the bottom of mid with that smoke now fading. Should give them a new chance on pressuring connector. However, this could be a death trap, as currently A has 4 players on it. So, walking into the sight line and stare over the top of the smoke there, finds a good double opener, which sets up a lot of this rest of the round. Kensizor nearly finds another one. or he does, but nearly finds a second, should I say. But that nade is so weak. Into the tunnels, Headtrick finds the one, but doesn't find another. So now 2v3 for bait, seeing what they can recover out of this round. Bomb over towards mid, under CT occupation. MPL spot out as well. Don't know where the second one is, so it's a looming presence, but you have a good idea there's a chance he's over towards here. So yeah, you now know where both of them are, so Astralis can just keep their sights onto bait. They still need to get that bomb. There's only 20 seconds left, but that is a crucial kill. Stown dies, is now Device left into the 1v2 clutch. Can find the first one, he's good for that. Alex666 has got low HP and the nade goes out, perfect timing. He's on 1 HP. Can he find the plant? Oh, just down to the final second. 1 HP. This isn't where you want to be. And somehow Device misses those shots as well. So now he's been given an absolute chance here. He's going to need to swing this corner and get a quick headshot or else he's going to lose this fight. And Device, as you expect, easy kill for him and finds a 1v2 clutch. And Alex666 did not have a whole lot of hope in that round. Not a whole lot of chance after he found himself on 1 HP. Be a hell of a headshot to hit, but it would be an incredible clutch to throw bait into the first half of Mirage, into essentially their opening on Cologne as well. I don't think they were here last Cologne, so good to see them here for once. And with such incredible players that have made such big names for themselves over at the Austin Major, they come back as almost a crowd favourite. I felt there was a bit of a community sentiment around bait. So coming into Cologne, seeing what they can give the crowds to, if they can get there first, that is. Over towards Con, risky plays, trades go through. And now Astralis remain out on top, so now only 2 people left for bait. And this doesn't look very easy to do either. Senthio on a deagle as well. Not an ideal round, so you could try and go for the save here, but be a long save. First 30 seconds of the round ends pretty much as soon as you find first contact down the bottom of mid. So it looks like they're going Hooksy's way onto the B site, which is currently alone at the minute. The Astralis kind of think there is this chance of them regressing through mid, but right now it's just been Hooksy left completely alone. Gets the jump spot, finds them. Smoke goes down, gives him a good chance to escape and use this smoke to his advantage and find some kills going around the edge of it. Gives him a lot of angles to work with. Sentinel not even looking, and MPL's the only man left. The nade, the molly gets flushed out, and there's not a chance. So Astralis pick up their 4th. Now bait, they've still got a good amount of money here. Yeah, we do see a full buy. Head trick though, probably have to go for like a Lil, I'd say. Just manages to eke out that AK, but only manages to get out a little bit of utility on him. But now we do see the Device buy into the AWP, so this could change the tide of these rounds quite quickly, as we see him going to be a pivotal presence at the top of mid. Also on top of the smoke, they've now heard the AWP presence, they know he's there, but look at this rush coming up so quick from Stown, finds a triple, finds a quad. And my goodness, that round is over before it even starts. Astralis making quick work of them. So I can talk about Device's AWP as much as I like, but it doesn't mean anything when Stown is putting up superstar numbers and finding just the easiest quad of his life by the looks of it. Flash around the corner, everybody's fully blind, not even a chance of them fighting back, looking directly into the wall, and Stown is just absolutely mopping them with the lineup. Gets like how many headshots in a row, and all of them fall to him except Device, who decides to take his ace. But you know, you can't have everything in life, Stown. You can't have everything, but you can probably have this map if you want it that badly. 5-0 we start off. This is a tough time for bait, and they've taken a time out to regather their thoughts, think about how they're going to go into this, because not looking very good. Senthio and MPL both currently on 0 kills, so they're going to need to start putting up some numbers, and this doesn't look like it's going to be the round to do it in. They've got pistols and a stray Galil in the mix. Not like a hero AK. A hero Galil makes it a whole lot harder. And so you can essentially give over the 6th to Astralis as well. Contesting mid again, but the util surely will run dry soon. 2 smokes left for bait, so what's that? A window smoke and a con smoke can go and split over to B. Yeah, sure. But that's assuming no CT side aggression comes out first. And that's assuming Hooksy doesn't have the util to block them very well. They hear the Deagles ring out, so they must know what they're going up against. It's down with the rifle on short. Surely should be able to get the job done. And all CTs currently have the upgrade into the AK. Except of course Device's all, but running into Stan's sight lines. But he does get taken out, does get a quick trade to the Galil. Hooksy, long range, loses the fight again to the Galil. And now this is an open sight at the minute. Looking pretty good, but Stare cleaning up the stray kills. And on the back of that, he's going to push the smoke as well by the looks of it. Sentiel's going to have his back turned. Gets, of course, absolutely wiped. MPL's left in the clutch. He has got an AK to work with, though. Oh, but they're just creeping out on the man. Oh, he has the first one, but just couldn't make the second one. He gave me a slither of hope there, but Astralis just decide to make it work. And that is a saved AWP as well. Yabi gets to keep the AWP for Device, so easily can keep his high impact rounds going. And at the moment, Bait have got to start doing something now, or else this is going to get away from them pretty quickly. Because it hasn't been looking very good so far. Hasn't been looking nice for Bait at all. Astral is keen to take their revenge from the EU RMRs. Bait went to the major and made a long run, and it should have been Astralis's. 1 round away, 1 overtime away from having that themselves. And now vengeance is a blessing for Astralis. But look, once again we see Astralis 4 people in A. 4 people on this side of the map, and mid not being contested very heavily at the moment. But instead, Hooksy and Device have traded places, so Device is over here on B with a good sightline going down the apartments. Now, for a little bit of quiet time, Hooksy's been called over as well. And the bombs at mid, currently doing a 1-3-1 setup, so your options open really, if you're Bait. Going into the final minute of the round, you don't have to commit at this time. If you find opening kill on a play on a site, then great, but they're looking like they're going to want to go to an A, which is going to be a bit of a death trap. Instead, they catch the timing though. Smoke's good, but Kenzizzle's entry is better, so they find the first entry onto that. Now the site, still 2 people here, you still got to deal with them, and Yabi can double up on his kills. And look at the long range from as well from Device, supporting from such a long distance away. So Bait are now left with only Head Trick as a chance to win this round. 1v2 with the AWP as well. If he gets rushed at this time, then it's not going to be looking good. Can he even get the plant going? No, Yabi's going to peek and of course finds the kill. So he finds a triple on the A site. And Astralis are doing absolute God's work. 7-0. And Bait at this point, this is where the alarm bells are ringing. You come out of an eco buy, a very close round, and then you have the full buy in the palm of your hands. So at this point you can start kind of, this is where the rounds really matter, as you have the full buy. But then as soon as you start losing that at 7-0, that's where the worries come in. It looks like we're going to a bit of a faster pace this time, or a little bit more of a defining moment for Bait, as all of them are lining up outside A, waiting to enter the slaughterhouse that Astralis have been so far. But they see the AWP, they get the smokes going in. This is just going to be a full execute. Surely nothing can go wrong here. Surely. Guaranteed a bomb plant at this point. But no entries have been given. Astralis decide to bide their time and just stay alive. And Stare finds one through the smoke, and that AWP goes as well. So now Astralis just been handed the round essentially. Bait are just falling left, right, and centre. And that's my shopping. And so all of bait are going to fall without even a bomb plant. After a full execute of the A bomb site, can't even get the bomb planted down. I understand it was some lucky kills from Astralis, getting a couple through the smoke, but that is just horrendous. I feel awful for bait, because that must feel like you're so close to getting the round. So close to having a post-plant situation in your favour, and then just kills through the smoke, ruin it all. So, on the back of that, they're going to take a time out, which is understandable. It's horrible, horrible feeling. I'm not sure if you caught it, but I made a cut as I went to go get the shopping, which is nice. But that's done and dusted. I don't need to worry about that anymore. So I'm now locked away in my room, just able to watch some good CS from Astralis at the minute, and perhaps maybe not so good on bait as Essential goes 1 and 8. It's not very nice. And Yabby, top of the scoreboard, 1 death so far, 10 kills. That's a nice KD right there. Yeah, nice rating on HLTV for that. And so Astralis must be feeling great at the minute. They're going exploring up mid, getting some info early. So now this means that they're going to have their eyes on apps, as they've realised that a lot of the map has gone quiet. Mid isn't as occupied as they thought it would be. MPL's tucked in towards apps. Is Hooksy even going to be ready for this? Is he going to push this, or is he just going to hold back? Because MPL knows he's here. He knows he's got him in the palm of his hand. It's just, is Hooksy going to push any further? Taking this out, and oh my goodness, Hooksy sees his arm and gets that kill just like that. MPL genuinely thought he had him in the bag there. And Hooksy manages to get away with that kill. Just like that. Gets away, finds opening, gets back onto the site, and he's only got to deal with deals. So it's just an open round. Open and shut almost. As the rest of Astralis come here to come and watch the fight. You've still got a lurk on A, so there's a bit of a chance to go back over there, but Astralis are reading them like a book at the minute. Hooksy doing God's work as he's now pushed back the rotates over back towards A. As they regroup over towards mid. And I'm going to have to make some type of decision. It's 25 seconds left. You've got to start going soon. And staring. Window's going to take a quick end to that device. Did he caught off guard there, but nonetheless, people in Con are getting mowed down. Down, cleaning up another one. Alex 666 left alone, and that is another freebie for Astralis. 9 and 0. What has happened to bait? There's no chance it goes 13-0. Surely they don't embarrass themselves at the opening moments of Cologne. The main difference between now and the last time these two teams met was Cadian. We've now got Hooksy in the mix. Giga Chad himself on the mic. Calling this team, let's just say, a little bit better than Cadian did. Should I say. Or at least he's proving himself at the moment. Look at Stown, he's creeping his way up. He wants a couple kills. Device has got his back over there already. Now head trick on the AWP. He's going to have to be careful with this. A lot of angles portrayed to him. He can't hit all of them at once. He's got the privilege of an AK. Now look at this. Mid is swarmed. Spidey senses kick in, and Headtrick decides to go back and regroup as he realizes, or as he senses the presence over towards mid. But now, after A's been left open, Astrala's kind of worried about that, but B does seem to be the next target. Hooksy, left alone, going to get overrun. Isn't being able to drop himself a smoke and give himself some presence. Just gets absolutely mowed down. Back of sight, not a chance. Device. How much impact can you find here? The nade is good. Right onto the plant. But now Astralis 3v4 retake of the B bomb site. This could be a tough round, and if Bait lose this, it's going to be an absolutely devastating loss. Device finds another extremity. 2v4 made it a little bit easier. But now site's just absolutely overrun. All eyes on Yabi. What can he find going around the outside? Device gets cooked down the side as well. Yabi 1v3 left. He's just looking for exit kills at this point. They've finally found their first round. Do they get to save any guns though? Yabi, on a mission, is about to deny any chance of that, and they just can't save anything. So whilst they might win a round, finally, after 9 excruciating losses, they don't save a single gun. Astralis still are in the front seat of this economy. They have so much money and bait. Even though they've won the round, they're going back to Galil's, for Christ's sake. How has it gotten this bad? Yabi, left alone, lurking on the site, just absolutely decimates any chance. So, best case scenario, bait win the next 2, going into the next half, and then you've got to have an incredible CT side. It isn't looking promising, but I'm going to take back my own words there, as that goes well. 2 openers, straight away, goes well. Stare, manages to get another one. But look at this now, this is just getting farmed. Hooksy finds a beautiful one. Makes this just that ever so slight bit easier. Look at Device. Just open out on that warp line as well. Such a ballsy move and it pays off. So now Hooksy left into the clutch. Head trick, he's low once again. Deja vu. Bait just so low. Hooksy running up. No util, nothing at all. Just sheer balls. Takes the fight and wins it. Maybe he got the comm there that he was weak, but by God, that's still a good fight from Hooksy. Just going up with the confidence in himself that we didn't see in G2. He is living the best life on this roster at the moment. So whilst I had hope in that round, maybe a 10-2 scoreline, or maybe even Astralis 11-1. Choose your mind up. Make your mind up. How's this going to go, bait? Because this does not look very nice. An absolute disaster of a game from them. Even a 10-2 scoreline, that's a very difficult CT side. Only 2 rounds to give away, and Astralis will find match point. And look at that, they overrun Stowns. This is a good entry onto the site. Hooksy left it completely alone, and the rotate aren't anywhere near. Device can find one over towards Con. So that gives him a little bit of a better chance, but Hooksy, they've actually not managed to get onto the site very far, very quickly. How you can find an extremity. And Hooksy just absolutely time wasting the back of the site, not dealt with soon enough. But now the smoke's there, and Device peeks into the sightline of Ascenthial. 2v3 now required of Astralis if they want to keep this streak going. If they want to make it 11-1. This is going to be a difficult one. Stare, pushing the smoke. On the top of the bin at the moment, and he makes an audible noise. They now know where he is. All eyes should be on them at the moment. Know exactly where to look. Back of bench, difficult one to clear, and they don't find it. Going from short as well. And finally, we find ourselves at the end of the half. 10-2. What on earth is going on with bait? I genuinely had much higher hopes in this. I thought they'd have a better run. This is on their own map pick as well. This is the map that they chose to go for. And you're getting completely demolished by Astralis. Coming off the back of a second place at Fisher Playground. Your first match since then. And you're coming into this. You want vengeance. You want to prove yourself once again. And so a pistol round loss for bait could mean the end. If Astralis win this, then this is going to be a dead map. Game over. Look at that. Kens is all long range, can't find it. But now they're starting to cruise on into the site, so he's now getting increasing pressure. And how much can his team bail him out of this? It doesn't look like they can. They find the double opener Astralis, and look at that. Ken's head's trick dinked once again. Device peeking around the pillar. And now this is absolute denial. This is going to have to be the most insane round I've ever seen from bait if they want to win this now. MPL can't find a thing, so best thing they can do is save the Kevlar and the kit. This is disgusting round from Astralis. And now, dare I call it, is this the end for Bait? Don't even get to save the guns they wanted. Hedrick on such low HP as well. Can you even find this? Doesn't want to shoot too early to give away the presents, but eventually gets denied as well. So 2-11. Bait are given absolutely no chance. And they just have to force buy here. You can't really do much else. You have to go for this. You didn't get a single kill onto Astralis either in that round. So you get none of that new fabled bonus that they've added to the CT side economy. You've got absolutely nothing from that. And Astralis are about to gain everything in winning the map if they don't put an absolute stop to this now. Surely Astralis know how close they are. Have the confidence behind them. Just going to execute onto the site. In the corner, checked as well. MPL found out. Bait denied once again. The full execute's there. Completely smoked off. They need to find a lot of good spams through the smoke if they want to win this now. How do you even go about this? How do you get back onto the site? You've got a single smoke to your name and so many question marks. And look, Hedrick's going to go on a flank? Maybe? Maybe he'll catch Huxley off guard, but oh my goodness, Huxley's even ready for it. It's over. It is absolutely over for Bait. Given no chance to get back into the round. If you got to spam through the smoke, brilliant, you might be able to go for it. But then on the extremity, as Hedrick goes down, I think, to Huxley, just there's absolutely no chance. Not even a kit as well. So that was a completely dead round as soon as the plant was there. And Astralis find themselves on match point. What is going on, Bait? This isn't just from now on, it's not if you can win. Not if you can win the map, it's if you can at least ease off the embarrassment from this loss. Complete disaster of a map. And look, Astralis just better off in every single scenario. Cruising their way to Inferno. And look, only Essential on B site left to defend against all 5 players in a minute. Kenzazor in Labyrinth though, finds the first one, crucial kills, can't find a second one, and that could have been the end of the round there. Oh, Device, so close. So close out. The rotates come over quick though, so this is going to be a good defense from Bait. Can they find it? That's another one down. But down, but going around and getting some double kills, or Yabby my bad, leaves Alex666 left in the 1v3 clutch. How poetic. The 1v3 clutch to win and take them into the RMR, and now it's to save them from their own map pick at Cologne the next time they fight Astralis. I think revenge has been served cold for Astralis, as there is absolutely no chance for Bait to get this crossfire set up. It is over for Alex666. Absolute denial. An Astralis take, Bait's map pick of Mirage to seal it, and we go to Inferno after an embarrassment from Bait. What a disaster.